All right. Hi guys, we're training today on safety. We're talking about knife sharpening, and we also will be talking about how to stay safe when you're sharpening your knife or when you're utilizing your knife. Okay. My name is Barbara. You guys know me. I have Patricia Sartini here as well. We're going to start by showing you some of the safety points when you're actually getting ready to pick up knives or things like that. So first thing first, you want to stay safe. You always want to wear your cut glove. Put your cut glove on, okay, when you're getting ready to prep. And then you want to put a blue glove on top of that. This is going to keep that glove from being saturated or getting moisture in it, just in case you need to use it for cutting something else. You really don't have to take that glove off. You can change out your blue glove if you need to change something else. But we always consider, want you guys to wash your hands. Okay, wash your hands in between uses of cutting things, but to keep that glove from getting saturated and soiled when you're working with it, make sure you put your blue glove on top of that. Okay. All right. So let me introduce you to some of our knives. This is a chef's knife. We call this the workhorse of the kitchen. All right, so a lot of times you are cutting from the heel, which is at the bottom, then you got your tip, you got your blade here, and then you got your bolster at the top. A lot of people hold it at the top, that's your bolster, when they're cutting, okay? And it's comparable, okay? Just make sure, and this can be used for anything in the kitchen, okay? You're gonna use this every day. You can use it for peeling, chopping, dicing, whatever. This is the workhorse. It does it all. This one here is what you call a bread knife. It has serrated blades on it. You can see the little ridges here. All right. This one's actually good for cutting bananas, fruits, vegetables, things of the nature, and don't forget the bread. Okay. That's what you use that for. This small one here is a small, sharp paring knife. Okay, good for peeling, cutting fruits, vegetables, small things like that. A lot of times I use it for peeling, dicing, things like that. But when I really want to dice, I use my workhorse. Okay. Now, these knives are going to work better for you when they're sharpened. Okay. You never want to use a dull knife because that dull knife is going to cause you to put more pressure on things, which it can cause it to slip and cause injuries. And that's what we're trying to avoid, correct? All right, so you want a sharp knife at all times. How do we sharpen those knives? All right, I'm glad you asked. This is a knife sharpener. All right, you may have the little small red ones. You may have you may have a black one. This is the one most of the kitchens have. So these have two little V blades in it. And your knives go right in between that. Okay. This one here is it's called a steel. So iron steel. It does sharpen knives because iron sharpens iron, but it actually aligns your knife. Okay, a lot of times we drop our knives, we may run them through the dish machine, might get caught up in something. We don't want you to run through the dish machine, but sometimes it happens. Okay, but that'll align your knife. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to utilize both of these. All right, it's very important to have a cut glove on both hands when you're sharpening. Okay. So I'm going to put my other cut glove on. All right, got that ready. Anytime you sharpen your knives, I always tell people to turn it up on its back like that. You want to start at the heel of the knife, put it in between the two V blades there. I like to sharpen knife, so I usually go about 8 times. That's just me. You can go 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and you should be pretty good. Okay, but I like to sharpen first. Get my knife good and sharp. And be careful when you're doing this. You don't want nothing slipping. Get a tight grip on the handle. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to utilize the steel with the knife. What I like to do is put it at an angle like this. So if you're uncomfortable with the knife, it's going to be around a 20-25 degree angle. But if you don't know the angles, that familiar with the angles, you can do it halfway, lay it down halfway, and then go down another halfway. But you don't want it flat. Okay, you want it where the edge is touching the steel and you can feel it in the grooves of the steel. Okay, and you can keep it on there. All right, so I'm pretty comfortable with it, so I like to pick mine up and I can really feel it in the groove. Okay, I like to pick mine up, keep it at that angle, that 20-25 degree angle, and sharpen my knife. And you can really feel it. Okay, my knife should be good and sharp. A lot of times what I do after I sharpen it, you want to make sure that you go and wash your knife, because before you cut something, you want to make sure that all the chips, the metal particles that may be on here are off. You don't want that in your food that you're cutting, okay? So make sure you wash your knife, okay? Ready? All right, now that my knife is washed, I have a clean cutting board here, the red one. I'm gonna show you how sharp my knife is. It should be pretty sharp. When you're cutting your knife, go ahead and hold it at the bolster that's on the top, okay? And if you want to catch that grip as well, always remember to tuck your thumb, okay? People get their thumbs in the way and they forget about it, okay? We don't want the glove in the food. When you're cutting, you usually want to use your knuckles to guide your cut anytime you're cutting something, okay? So to be safe, always cut your fruit or your vegetable down the middle, just to give you some leverage on keeping it from slipping, okay? And then I'll just cut this way. I'm just putting just a small amount of pressure and it's going straight through. I have a sharp knife, okay? All right, that's my tomato. And if I say, for instance, I need some dice, I like to go down and dice. But I like to do mine in slices first and then lay it down. But if you're gonna dice something, I always use the heel of the knife and just go like that. Okay. Let's try this apple. We're not eating these, we're just showing you. So just want to see how, see how sharp my knives are, okay? And I'm gonna cut it down the middle, okay? And remember, use your knuckles for the guide, tuck that thumb under, and cut your knife. This is a green apple. It's pretty firm, but it's cutting straight through. Okay, pretty firm. See how easy that glides through? Glides through pretty easy, right? Okay, so my knives are sharp. All right, and you always want to keep your knives sharp when you're utilizing them, so that you don't have any accidents. Okay, so let's talk about how we handle these knives when we're walking around in our kitchen. Because a lot of times we have to go get these knives out of a knife holder, okay, and we got to walk back to our area. So you have to be safe when you walk in with a knife in the kitchen as well. I'm going to show you how to handle those. Say, for instance, I'm walking through my kitchen and I got someone on this side. If you have a body on this side, you want to carry the knife on this side, away from them. That person on this side, you want to carry the knife on this side, away from them. But as you walk through the kitchen, you want to say, knife. Make them aware that you're carrying a knife, okay? If your knife happens to fall or you drop it, our instincts tells us to catch things when they fall. We don't want to do that, right? So you want to make sure that you let it fall and move away from it, okay? Let it fall, move away from it, okay? So keep it down by your side when you're walking down in the kitchen. You don't want that blade, you don't want to walk out with the blade out. Walk with it in, okay, on the back side. Walk past them, knife. You know, a lot of times I stick my hand out, say knife, just so that person don't hear me, don't back up into me, okay? So that's the way you keep it safe. Always remember, it drops, let it fall, okay? Anytime that a person is wanting to use your knife, hey, let me use that knife, you finished with it. There's ways you can hand them the knife. If it's clean and it's ready, you turn that knife around, hand it to them like that. But I always say, safety first. I'd rather just lay my knife down with the blade facing me and let them pick it up. That's gonna be the safest way, okay? So we don't have accidents, all right? So when we talk about knives, some things to remember is keep it sharp. Test it out when you sharpen it to make sure it's sharp enough for you. When it drops, move away from it, let it fall. Okay? Lay it down with someone who wants to use it. Okay? Let them pick it up. Anytime that you're washing it, use your cut gloves to wash it. Wash, rinse it, sanitize it, and allow it to air dry. Okay? And then once it air dry, you want to make sure that you put this back into the knife holder. Okay? It doesn't go in your drawer. It doesn't go on your counter. It doesn't go on your countertop where people can hit it and make it fall off, right? Make sure it gets back into that knife holder where it's safe. All right? So, I think I've covered knife safety basics, and let's have a good day and go out and stay safe when we're utilizing our knives, okay? Bye. Okay. Let me get my hand clap going. You know, my hand clap gets me started like, go. That's funny. This one here is what you call a bread knife. It has serrated blades. Yes, I can never get that out. I'm sorry. But it's serrated blades.